Hello, everyone. Welcome to the New Orleans Jazz Museum. We today have a program hosted by the New Orleans Jazz National Historical Park, who I work for. I'm an intern at the New Orleans Jazz National Historical Park. My name is Saskia. Hello. And we at the park have a very important mission, I think, which is to preserve and protect New Orleans jazz music in the city where it was founded. And we do so by hosting lots of programs at our visitor center at 419 Decatur Street. In accordance also, like we do some programs here at the Jazz Museum, and we have a lovely partnership with the Jazz Museum in this wonderful space. And we host these performances that are dedicated to and performed by the New Orleans jazz musicians, local musicians around town. And so today I'll be introducing you to a few of them who will be coming up on stage and helping us educate you and entertain you and hopefully garner an appreciation and more understanding for what New Orleans jazz music is all about. So first up, we have a resident jazz ranger, Mr. Kerry Lewis Sr. on bass. Next up, we have Alfred Jordan on drums. Kyle Roussel on piano. And Steve Lands on trumpet.
You do me like you do. How come you do me like you do? Why do you try to make me feel so blue when I ain't done nothing to you? Treat me right or just let me be, 'cause I can beat you doing what you're doing to me. Oh, how come you do me like you do? 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 Boy, why do you try to make me feel so blue? Have I done something to you? Oh, treat me right, or just let me be. Oh, 'cause I can beat you doing what you're doing to me. How come you do me like you do? 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 How come you do me like you do?
Steve Lands, Kyle Russo, Carrie Lewis Sr., Alfred Jordan. We couldn't do, yes, last one clapping. We couldn't do a New Orleans educational musical moment without obviously honoring the legendary Louis Armstrong. And this next tune was written by him, and we're gonna have Steve Lands open it up for us with Someday You'll Be Sorry.
Someday you'll be sorry. The way you treated me was wrong. I was the one who taught you all you know. Your friends have made me sing another song. So good luck may be with you, and may all your future dreams come true. You won't find another to treat you like a lover. Someday you'll be sorry, dear. sorry. The way you treated me was wrong. I was the one who taught you all you know. Your friends had made me sing another song. So good luck, maybe with you. May all your dreams be happy and bright. Never find another to treat you like a brother. Someday you'll be sorry. Someday you'll be sorry. Someday you'll be sorry, dear.
Up next, we have another evolution of New Orleans jazz with Fats Domino, the creator of rock and roll, and and he wrote this tune entitled "I'm Walking" while he was walking down the street and ran into a gas station to write the lyrics on a napkin. So while you're walking around New Orleans, pressure's on. You can become the next Fats Domino and write a classic that we're still performing decades and decades later.
Walking, yes indeed, and I'm talking about you and me, and I'm hoping that you'll come back to me. Yeah, and I'm lonely as I can be, and I'm waiting on your company, and I'm hoping that you'll come back to me. Man, what you gonna do when the well runs dry? You gonna run away and hide? I will run right by your side. For you, pretty baby, I'll even die. I'm walking, yes indeed, and I'm talking about you and me, and I'm hoping that you come back to me. Come on, baby. indeed. And I'm talking about you and me, and I'm hoping that you'll come back to me. I'm lonely as I can be, and I'm waiting on your company, and I'm hoping that you come back to me. Say what you gonna do when the well runs dry. You gonna run away and hide. I will run right by your side. For you, pretty baby, I even die. I'm walking, yes indeed. I'm talking about you and me. I'm hoping that you'll come back to me. Say that you come back to me. You come back to me. Come back, baby. Come back to me. Come back, come back, come back, come back, come back, come back, baby. Come back to me, come back, baby. Come back to me, come back, baby.
Thank you. Now that we've walked through the trad world, we can walk through a new generation of classic New Orleans composers, jazz composers who are all sort of encompassed in this one book of sheet music entitled The Silver Book, which for any jazz musicians out there? No. There's another really famous book called The Real Book, which is like a cheat sheet for jazz musicians, right? And it has a lot of the great American songbook traditions in them, or traditional songs in them. And there was one written only a few decades ago, maybe about, entitled The Silver Book, which has composers from Ellis Marsalis to Harold Batiste, and all of these major sort of patriarchal families like of this new generation of New Orleans jazz composers. And this next one is in this Silver Book tradition, entitled Jasmine by James Black. Who is a drummer, and so is Alfred Jordan. Oh, you have a foot pedal? Hey, let's take this time. We were going to do it after this song, but we can do it right now. And we, just pretend that none of this is happening, and you're just focused right on me. And we have a segment of our shows that we really try to answer any questions you might have about New Orleans jazz, about what we're doing here, about, any feasible question that you could possibly have that you have been curious about while you're walking around being a tourist in New Orleans. And not myself, but everybody else here is from here. Am I right? And so or pretty much can consider themselves, real knowledge houses of New Orleans. And so you can really ask any question you can possibly think of. Go.
How important would you consider the appearance of Mexican symphony at the World's Fair in 1884?
Oh my God.
Very important.
The historian. You want to say that? Wait, we'll repeat the question first.
I would say very important because you had quite a. Your question was, how important would you consider the Mexican Symphony appearing at the 1884 World's Fair? I would say it would be very important because you had some, I wouldn't call it stolen tunes, but some borrowed melodic ideas, cultivation that was infused into the music, brought to the jazz music from that encounter.
Does that answer your question? Very important is the answer. We had another one right here.
Okay, it's a bit of a large question, but any one or more could answer. If you had the opportunity to go back in time, somebody you would see as a possible mentor, who would you pick to go back in time and spend some time with?
So who would we want to be our mentor, and no time is of no consequence? We could be, a century ago. Oh, okay. I was gonna go around. Everyone think of it?
Jelly Roll Morton. He's a pioneer of New Orleans piano, New Orleans jazz.
A New Orleans piano legend, yes. For myself, I mean, only recently, only recently, Aretha Franklin is my idol, who she probably would not want to mentor me, but that's what I would hope for.
How long do you have?
Just got one.
Wow. Sousa, because I love marches. And to see how the march tradition was incorporated into New Orleans music and vice versa, I would like to see that dynamic take place.
I'll go with a guy. His name is Billy Cobham. He's a world-renowned drummer, one of my all-time favorite drummers. But also a guy whose tune we're about to play next. His name is James Black. If you don't know who James Black is, look him up.
I'm assuming you mean specifically a New Orleans lexicon sort of thing, right? Just be anybody? Oh, Miles Davis. Miles Davis. He recorded more than everybody. He was in music through every single era. He shaped it. He made people do things differently than what they did at first, even though he knew what they did at first because he was there doing it with them. Miles Davis. Easy.
All right, we have any other questions? Yeah.
A bass and tuba question. Seems like a lot of bass players play tuba or vice versa, but obviously there's not always a crossover. But just kind of wondering, it seems that that's more.
Talk to the right man.
This happens more in New Orleans music than in most other kinds of music, or jazz music specifically. So, there you go.
Economics. You stay working, man. No, that, and it's just, if you gravitate towards the low end, it's only a logical crossover. Not all bass players play tuba, not all tuba players play bass, but like I said, if you want to stay working, as well as you want to get a feel of the other side, because I mean, you're not going to watch up and down the street with a wheel on here and actually do anything. But if you want to be one to get the feel of what a street parade or participating in the procession feels like, and be an active participant in it, and that's your frequency, you're going to gravitate towards that lower end. I mean, I play some other instruments, but I get most of my work off of this thing and the sousaphone or tuba.
That's good. We love a specific question. Seeing anybody else? We want to keep with the music? Yeah. Let's try that again. You want some music again? All right, James Black, you're up. Oh, no. Let's do two.
place between awake and dreaming. Whisper in your heart if words won't do. I'll be here in morning comes till worlds fall down until you know your love. Hold me to the flame as worlds are disappearing. Whisper into your heart if words won't do. I'll be here when morning comes till worlds fall down. I'll be here until you know your let me be the shape that finds you softly sleeping. Breezes blow a kiss from soul to soul. I'll be here when morning comes till worlds fall down until you know your love. Your love. I'll be here loving you. Whisper, whisper, gentle kisses from soul to soul. Let me hold me to the flame. Whisper, gentle kisses. Love me, touch me, squeeze me, please me.
Jasmine, James Black. Now, Nevermore, Harold Baptiste. It's part of the same Silver Book tradition.
Nevermore will I fall in love. Nevermore will I give my heart. For you know this to be true, that I'm still loving you. And I tell myself it's not what I should do. Nevermore will I see your face. Nevermore shall we embrace. For you know this to be true. I know that I am still in love with you. Nevermore will I fall in love. Nevermore will I give my heart. You found a joy in our pain, but I'm still loving you. And I tell myself it's not what I should do. Nevermore will I see your face. Nevermore shall we embrace, for you know this to be true. I know that I am still in love with you. Thank you. Harold Baptiste. Any last questions? I feel like you didn't get a real chance to flesh them all out. We have, yes. Oh, where did I learn to sing? At home. So I'm from Italy, and my parents are love New Orleans and love New Orleans music, and the music that comes from New Orleans is jazz. And so I came here for the first time when I was 11 and really fell in love, though I didn't even know what that was. And so much so that I came back for university here and mostly learned, like singing when you're a baby in the shower or in the bath or whatever, up until coming here and then learning from all of the musicians that you hear on Frenchman Street and every street in New Orleans. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
How important is improv in the spirituality? Have you ever been struck just in the moment, where all of a sudden you don't know why it's coming out of your mouth?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a great thing. Yeah, improvisation is a huge part of jazz, of this music. We love the Black American music, and that's kind of what differentiates it from a lot of other genres. I feel like is this improvisational element, this individuality that can be expressed, and about the spirituality part of it. I mean, when you're in the creative zone, I feel like it depends if you call it spirituality or flow or it. Hit by lightning, I don't know, but like, has anyone been hit by lightning today? I don't. I don't.
Planning to be hit by lightning.
I want it to happen at 2 p.m. on Tuesday. I don't know. Does anyone else want to keep spirituality? Well, just like the flow of improvisation.
The spirituality of improvisation. I mean, essentially, all music at the end of the day is people. It's just interaction with people. Like it's everybody on the bandstand agreeing on something. Like whether it's whether it's something harmonic, whether it's something melodic, whether it's something rhythmic. Yeah, essentially it's a bandstand of people have to go. Yeah, we're all in the same place, and that in itself is this, and of course. With that, you throw in improvisation, which is, of course, making things up on the spot. So the spirituality comes through the interconnectivity of the people. So we are all agreeing, and right now I'm going to play this note. I think that's a good note. I think that's a good note. Timing that the note was hit. So boom, that is, I think it's us. It's who's ever performing. If you're doing a music that involves improvisation. The interconnectivity is I think that's where the spirit lies, because at the end you kind of have to link your spirits together. So to some extent.
Yeah.
So for you all, and for most musicians in New Orleans that you know, are you able to do music full time, or do you have to have another unrelated job?
Well, I feel like everybody here is pretty much a full-time musician, as you can tell by how excellent everyone is. Am I right? pretty much.
Yeah, lightning hits at 2 p.m. because that's when it's got to hit.
Yeah, luckily New Orleans, there are so many opportunities to perform, unlike many other cities. And so I think it really is, the working musician is a reality here, that you can perform for a living and not be like world famous, which is beautiful. I mean, that's what, as Steve said, it's all about people. And so why shouldn't people be making music 2 p.m. on a Tuesday when everyone else is at work? Yeah. That's a good question. What crossovers of jazz with other genres do we like? I feel like jazz is the crossover already. And jazz can kind of be whatever you want it to be based on whatever background you have. As I said, the most important thing about jazz is the improvisational element of it as well. And so it can really come from any which place and form in any sort of fusion way. There's no like stamp of approval whether it's jazz or not. Like whatever you want it's ever growing, like with people playing music. If they consider it, Black American music, like that's what that is, I don't know. Does anyone else have a better answer than that?
No. Especially, I think, all right, it's a very complicated answer just because it's economic. At the end of it is economic, right? Like we did I'm Walking. I'm Walking isn't necessarily what one would categorize as jazz, but somebody needed all of us at some point on the bandstand to play I'm Walking, and they were paying. And so we had to make sure we knew I'm Walking. and I mean, liking other styles of music and all other iterations, other genres and things like that. Like we all do. Yeah, that's just what it is. It's very like a very weak wall between all the other things. So it's and then like I said, the gig might call for, hey, I need you to know some Fats Waller. I need you to know a little rock. I need you to know a little trad. I need you to know a little modern. Like it does. It's whatever is needed, and hopefully everybody likes that stuff. So.
One thing you might have to consider is with our improvisational factor, the approach that we use is what is considered jazz, not a particular tune, not a particular style. Now, there would not have been a few of the more modern styles if there were no jazz. And I'll stand up and put a stamp of approval on that one. Also, like I said, it's just an approach to playing the music that gives it the jazz. I mean, at one time you think about it, Earth, Wind, and Fire was considered what? Soul and funk, right? As they got older, as the music got older, they pushed it into a category called smooth jazz. So the categories were written and created for what? Economics, because they come out with more categories. But it still has the approach they have, the presentation they have can still be pointed back to a parentage of the jazz concept. So it's not really a crossover, it's just an incorporation thereof.
All right, I think thank you for your questions. I hope we really were educating you as well as have entertained you. We have a few more to finish it out. we'll do Fire on the Bayou by the Meters. The genre, what is genre?
There you go.
So, yeah, let's do it. Yeah. No, you said
Oh, yeah. Good.
Fire on the bayou. Fire on the bayou. Come on, Steve. Fire on the bayou. Fire on the bayou. Down in New Orleans, look, he's there. He wouldn't deal, y'all, for the fifth of gin. One dude wanted a bottle of wine. Ain't that dude? Oh, yes, he did, for $1 and a dime. I hate to say, fire on the bayou. Yes, everybody say, fire on the bayou. Come on, sing it now, fire on the bayou. Hey, hey, the fire on the bayou. Play that horn. we're going to go back home to New Orleans with a tune written by Josie Liggins, performed with the Honey Drippers. And this tune is about Mardi Gras, which we're in the season today. And it's also sort of incorporates the Mardi Gras Indian tradition, as well as a more Latin groove that was also
shipped its way up to New Orleans. Like it was part of New Orleans sound. Yeah, let's do it. One, two, three.
Going back home, T-90, to the land of the beautiful queen. I'm going back home to my baby, going back to New Orleans. Gonna see Nana, my pirate cousin, and Mama and Pa. Gonna slap my feet on Rampart Street and be there for the Mardi Gras. I've been to Cuba, South American way. I've been to Europe, Mexico is okay. Over in France, the chicks are really fine. Get my thrill below the Mason-Dixie line. I'm going back home, T-90. Nevermore will I roam. Gonna get my fill of etouffee. New Orleans is my home. The land of the beautiful queen. I'm going back home to my baby, going back to New Orleans. Gonna see Nana, my pirate cousin, and Mama and Pa. Gonna pack my feet on Rampart Street and be there for the Mardi Gras. Been to Cuba, South American way. Been to Europe, Mexico is okay. Over in France, the chicks are really fine. Get my thrills below the Mason-Dixie line. I'm going back home to Nana. Nevermore will I roam. Gotta get my fill of etouffee. New Orleans is my home. 'Cause New Orleans is my home. 'Cause New Orleans is my home. We can come on home. New Orleans is my home. Come on, baby. 'Cause New Orleans is my home. Thank you so much. We have Steve Lyons on trumpet, Cairo Roussel on piano, Alfred Jordan on drums, Kerry Lewis Sr. on bass. My name is Walker. Oh, that's what was happening the whole time. My name is Saskia Walker. Thank you so much.